All right, everybody. I am at Blayke's benefit, and I am standing next to maybe the most vocal warrior I have ever met in my life.
Hi.
This is Bailey. You guys remember our attempt at going live, but we kept having technical issues, but it was a great show anyway. Everybody said, why don't you just get off screen so that Bailey can be on? I don't know why everybody thought you were more attractive than me. So, Bailey, tell everybody what's going on here today.
We've got a great turnout. We are so thankful for all the love and support that we have received. We've got the silent auctions ending soon and the live auction starting at 6 o'clock.
And for those people who are out of state or too far away to make it, if they want to help with Blayke's bills and everything else that the benefit's meant to cover, what can they do? You have Venmo, Cash App?
I've got a Venmo account set up for Blayke Strong, and we do have a nonprofit live organization that is going to match donations up to $250.
You haven't started an
God, my hair looks crazy in this.
Have you seen me?
I don't even have any hair.
That's my point. You haven't started like a OnlyFans for Blayke's feet, have you?
I did.
You did? See,
yes.
You hear that?
OnlyFans.
So Blayke has an OnlyFans for his feet. So, and it actually, strangely, would probably make more money than I would.
Right.
But how late are you guys going tonight?
We're going we're going to shut this place down.
You're going to run them out of food. I can't believe the crowd.
Yes.
So, are you done fighting?
No, I'm never going to be done fighting.
We're never going to stop, are we?
No, we're not.
All right.
I gotta run,
you
guys.
Go run to your
Thank you
people.
for the support. Hi, guys. How are you?
So we are going to walk around here a little bit, and we're going to just show you how many people are here, and we're going to take a look at some of the stuff that they have. And remember, this is a benefit for Blayke. It's Blayke Strong, and it's to help recoup some of the costs of the medical bills and treatment and all of that stuff. So for those of you that don't know or that are just flipping through, back on April 9th of 2025 this year in Sherburne County, a Minnesota State Patrol trooper, Ryan Moser, was doing better than 120 miles an hour when he was responding to the report of a wrong-way driver on Highway 10, and at the intersection of Highway 10, Blayke and his brother and a friend of theirs were involved in a T-bone collision with the wrong-way driver, and they got out of their vehicle. They responded to the wrong-way driver to see if he needed help. And while they were responding to the wrong-way driver, doing what good neighbors do, Trooper Ryan Moser was driving at a criminally negligent rate of speed, 120 plus miles an hour, which, according to Minnesota State Statute 169.17, he was in violation of. Because Minnesota State Statute 169.17 says that emergency vehicles, especially law enforcement, when traveling to an emergency or responding to an emergency, they have to run with lights, sirens, and drive with due caution and due care. And 120 plus miles an hour is not due caution or due care. And so, because of how fast he was driving, when he came upon the scene of the accident, he was unable to stop. So he bodily hit Blayke with his vehicle. Oh, let that sink in. 120 plus miles an hour, he hit Blayke with his vehicle. He shattered Blayke's legs and he severed Blayke's spinal cord in the neck, leaving Blayke basically a quadriplegic. And so Blayke is in for the fight of his life now that he's survived. Blayke now has to fight to continue therapy, physical therapy. He has to fight to, just keep his health up. And that is a struggle. And the bills are just insurmountable. They've been fortunate that they've had a lot of people that have donated items, and that's good. People have donated the work to build a ramp to be able to get Blayke into his downstairs bedroom, as well as some other things for around the house. So this benefit today is at the Moonshine Bar and Grill in Princeton, and it's phenomenal. So if you're anywhere nearby, they have until late tonight to be able to get out and help. Otherwise, if you scroll back, you'll be able to see that I had Bailey on, and she said, telling everybody where they could find the Cash App, or the Venmo, and the nonprofit. And so we're going to walk around a little bit, and we're going to see who all's here, see if anybody wants to share their thoughts. So, you ladies know Blayke? You want to talk about him? So, can you tell us who you are and how you know Blayke?
I'm Hallie. Blayke is my little brother's best friend, or one of his best friends, I should say. So I kind of grew up with Blayke. Blayke's always been at our house. He's a great kid. He's got a fun personality. He's got a great sense of humor. Like, sometimes you're like, should I laugh at that? And he's like laughing already in here.
You know you're good when you're laughing at your own jokes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So you've known Blayke for a long time then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He's been around since he's probably like this tall, and now he's super tall.
And you said he's good friends with your brother.
Yep.
Yeah. How did your brother take the news when the accident happened? I know it's tough. So.
He texted me at like 2 in the morning, and I don't remember why I was awake. And he was like, "Hallie, I think I'm going to say goodbye to Blayke." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "I just got a phone call." He's like, "I'm on my way to the hospital." So I didn't sleep at all that night, and I know he went down to the hospital, and he didn't know what it was going to be like. So I'm really grateful that we're at least here today.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And it's a celebration to raise money to help him continue to recover, as opposed to cover memorial expenses and stuff. So I'm going to ask something, and you don't have to answer it, but knowing what we know about how the accident happened and who ultimately was responsible for the accident, do you have any words that you would like to say about that situation? You don't have to, but other people are like, oh, I've got words.
Yeah. I think there needs to be an apology, at least, to the family, to Blayke. There needs to be some kind of outreach. It'd be nice to see some accountability.
Yeah.
And you are?
She's my cousin.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit older, but I did watch all those movies.
No, you don't get to talk about, do you see the gray? You don't get to talk about being a little bit older. So at least an apology, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not going to get that, because that would be admitting we did something wrong, and we can't do that, can we? So,
And just, at this point, I would say there just really isn't any accountability in the whole matter, and that's very disappointing. As somebody that is like always been.
well, I did almost 13 years in the career field, and I taught Bailey and her family a hashtag that I think has begun to resonate with them, and it's back the blue until it happens to you.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that we should be hating. I don't hate, but nobody gets blind support from me anymore. And that's something that I always tell everybody is like, look, I'm not saying you got to go out and cuss out law enforcement, but you don't get support anymore until you guys show that you actually you deserve it. And things like what happened with Sherburne County, like the sheriff coming out, and immediately that night, before we knew anything about whether Blayke was going to live or die, whether he was going to be permanently injured or not, the sheriff came out and immediately stated, oh, the trooper couldn't help it, it wasn't his fault. And that, to me, is where the problem started. So what was your name again?
My name's Hallie.
Hallie, thank you for talking with me. And Emily, thank you for talking with me. So I've been covering Blayke's story since a friend of the family reached out to me, so you guys can find all that stuff. How are you, bud?
Can you say hi?
Can you say hi, everybody?
I say hi.
No, I don't want to say hi. Thank you for talking.
Of course, thank you.
He's on the parking lot right now.
Come on, right here.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
That's Grandma, and you're on camera everywhere you go now, sweetheart.
But I don't see the videos.
Well, you're better looking on camera than I am. So, but this is Grandma and technically Grandpa. Well, then, yeah, I Grandpa for sure. I don't always understand everybody's family relations, so I have to ask or I'll screw it up. So you are Grandpa, awesome. So she's been like super supportive, and she's ready to go out and start protesting in a peaceable way. But she has not given up the fight. Nobody in this family's given up the fight. So
We'll be there.
you'll be there, absolutely. This guy wants to help. He told me if I could find out how much it would cost to get all the data, he'd help pay for it. The problem is they're never going to let it go now. So, but thank you guys. It was good to see you. I expect pictures of this stuff,
Okay.
even if there's no alcohol in the shot glass. Oh, hey, the media's here. Yeah.
Is it okay if I stand here? Can you get that adjustment done? Is that better if I stand here, Blayke?
I mean, if we could talk to you here.
It's Blayke right there.
It's okay. Yeah, we can do it in this shade.
He's gonna have to sit down.
It's Blayke.
If that, whatever's best for him.
Audience wanted to see Blayke before I left, so.
Okay. We'll come back in just a little bit. I don't want this anything. Okay?
Huh?
I don't want this.
No, I'm.
Like 5 minutes.
No, I just wanted to say later. Who's Karen? I don't understand. That's family, so you should be careful with that.
I don't know. It don't matter. Exactly. Oh.
Really crowded. He's a popular kid. Excuse me.
Well, this is an unbelievable probably 14, 15
Nice to meet you, Tim Nicholson.
Oh, hi Tim.
My daughter is Kylie. She is Blake's girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
So I've been there from the beginning.
Yeah, I've seen some of your comments. So
Yeah, I've watched some of your stuff on Facebook. I like your videos.
well, I appreciate that.
You bet.
Everybody, some people are like, who are you talking to? We're talking to Blake's girlfriend's dad, Tim. So, but you've known Blayke for a while then.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So I know it was a shock, but how did Kylie?
Yes.
Kylie. How did Kylie handle it? Is she doing okay now? Or?
She's doing okay now. Yep. Getting a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. in the healing process, moving forward. And
Yeah. How are you doing? Because that's a shock when you know the kid too.
yes, yeah, it was heartbreaking, but we're in a better place now, and
Good.
looking forward to a better and brighter future.
So she graduated this year too, then? Or?
She will. Yes, she's a senior.
Yeah. So Blayke was scheduled to. Well, he did graduate, but
Yep.
this was his senior year,
Correct.
and they were supposed to prom.
Yes, they were. She was prom dress shopping the night it happened. Yep.
Yeah, and he was out doing prom stuff too. Right?
He met her in St.
Yeah.
Cloud, and they had supper together.
Yeah.
He was going a different direction home.
Yeah, I remember that part. Isn't it ironic that the person who should be the most uncomfortable in life right now is just gone on?
Yeah.
If you, I'm gonna turn around if that's okay.
Sure.
I don't want you to say anything that you don't want to say, but if you were going to have a perfect answer to this, knowing now what's happened to Blayke and how the condition he's been left in, what do you think would be the right thing to happen right now?
I think for starters, this Minnesota State Troopers Association definitely owes them an apology and should admit fault for what happened. I don't believe that they were not at fault. It's my personal opinion.
Oh, it's a fact. You don't have to. You could be fat. You could call it a fact. I went to the scene and got video today of the scene.
Yep, I was out there too. I would like to have a law change that stops him from being on administrative paid leave for the entire summer while everybody else suffers.
And then be able to go right back to work like nothing happened,
like
right?
nothing happened. Yep.
Yeah. I've been telling people that I don't want any harm. Obviously, I don't want any harm.
Yep.
But I want him so uncomfortable he quits and never comes back.
He probably shouldn't be doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. It's not only the person, I think it's the entire institution that needs to be looked at. The fact that, in my own opinion, the Sherburne County Sheriff's Department covered for him. They should have never investigated it, knowing that he worked for him before. It was.
Wait a minute. So it's a fact he actually worked for them before?
That's what's been reported, but I don't.
I keep hearing that, but no, I cannot get anybody. You're fine. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And people would rather look at you anyway, sweetheart.
It's what I've heard.
Yeah, that's
from multiple sources, but again, none of it's confirmed. But why else would they hand it off to Dakota County Sheriff's Department?
well, that's kind of where I was at with it too. Before this incident, what would you have described yourself as in relation to, like, hardcore back to blue, mediocre in between?
I was probably a back to blue guy. I thought they needed our support, and especially with what's going on in the Minneapolis area, that I thought they were getting a bad rap, and a lot of them quit and couldn't get support from their superiors and their uppers, so they needed our support. But now I'm a little more on the fence.
Yeah. So I taught the family the hashtag back to blue until it happens to you.
Yes.
So, well, Tim, I really appreciate you coming up and saying hi.
Absolutely.
I wasn't expecting that. I'm not used to when people go, I recognize you, I know you from, and I'm like, what did I do?
Right?
Well, I hope Kaylee, right? Kylie, I hope she's doing well, and thanks for saying hi.
You betcha.
We'll stay around.
I'll be here
Find me
until
on-
the end.
Well, no, on Facebook. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Sound auction.
What are you selling? All the stuff that makes me fat.
Yeah, exactly. Tons of baked goods, homemade.
and any merchandise as well.
Oh, these are Blayke Strong shirts?
We have a couple old designs, but this new design,
Because I was already over here this morning.
it's in honor of Spelling for awareness. Stickers and homemade mittens as well.
Who are you?
I'm Lindsay. I'm a family friend.
Family friend? So you've known them a while.
Yeah, a little while. And
How did you feel when you got the news?
I'm devastated. It's terrible what happened, and the right people need to be held accountable.
So, are you tired? You've been here a while, and it's hot.
It is hot. It is hot. I've been fortunate to stay inside for most of the time, so I haven't been in the burning sun.
With the doors wide open.
Yeah, you still get the humidity.
Are you here until the end then?
I'll be here for just a little bit longer. But I love all of the community who came out to support and all of the donations for the silent auction and the live auction that'll happen later. It's very exciting.
Do you have any words for the audience that are out there watching from far away? No pressure though. Don't panic. We're not famous. So.
Just keep supporting your local people who need the support, and you can also support from afar. You can send in messages to our local government here saying, we need to hold the right people accountable.
I like you. You're awesome.
Oh, well, thank you.
I love that. You're just speaking my language.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. It's the truth, and just love your family and hold them tight. You never know what can happen.
So before all of this, would you have been one of those people who was like and I'm not asking you if you changed, but before this happened and we kind of realized that there was some covering up going on, were you been one of those people like, oh, you got to give cops a break?
Yeah. I mean, you can't say all cops are bad. That's absolutely not true.
No.
And so I think
I'm definitely not an ACAB guy.
Yeah. Yes.
I will never say that.
Neither am I.
But it's a little different now, isn't it?
Yeah, and
especially when it happens in a smallish community as opposed to an urban area.
Oh, absolutely. There's less coverage, and less people are aware of it, even though the public needs to know what happened.
Do you think that the trooper should lose his job?
I think he was being reckless, clearly being reckless, and he needs to be held accountable just so somebody else isn't in danger of it.
That's right. What was your name? Lindsay? Well, yeah, you have an Instagram? Are you Instagram famous?
Not Instagram famous by any means. I do have an Instagram.
All right. You want to be Instagram famous?
Oh, you can put me in there.
Tell everybody where they can find you on Instagram.
You can find me on Instagram at Lindsay Wimmer. That's my should I spell it out?
Well, it's a Minnesota name, so yeah. So at Lindsay, is it LINDSAY? EY, see? LINDSEY.
WIMMER.
Well, thank you for talking to me.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for helping the family. So
absolutely. Happy to. I love being able to meet everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have any 2X?
This young lady, oh no, it's too late. You're on camera everywhere you go now. No, you do have to say hi. You have to say hi. This is the young lady that put me on the story. And she was like, hey, I've got a story for you. And she found me by accident, didn't you? So I appreciate it. So
Thank you very much.
But the audience is like, well, who all there do you know? And I said, really nobody, but we're going to introduce people. So thank you. I'm going to take off. It's almost a three-hour drive home. So, but stay in touch, okay?
Where are you from?
I'm from Spring Valley, so three hours south of here, about 30 minutes south of Rochester.
Wow.
So yeah.
South of Rochester?
Yeah. South. Yeah, south. There is a south of Rochester. I promise.
Illinois.
Huh?
That's my husband, Pete.
Oh, she put you on blast, Dean. She's like, that's my husband. I think she was warning me not to mess with you. So, well, it was. Thank you for saying hi, and I expect at least a picture of you with your mugshot. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. You guys have a great night. Thank you, Lindsay. Thanks for helping with everything. As my audience wanted to know what I was doing, and I'm like, oh, these are the ladies that are running the money. Notice it's women that are running the money. I know that's not a shock at all. Look at the face. She's like, I am not going to say anything.
We are the money controllers.
You're Sarah. Oh my gosh, you're Sarah.
Okay. Yeah, because we need to make an announcement so people can double check their kids.
This young lady has been like just a huge encouragement, not just to Blayke's family, but to me. I can't even begin to put into number or quantify how many messages I've received from her telling me, what can we do? What can we do? How can I help? And she's even offered to help me. There's no help, but she's even offered to help me with stuff. So I was like running around. I want to see Sarah. I want to and I had no. Did you not see me when I came in?
I did, but I didn't. There was tons of people behind me.
And I'm like, this is going to sound really funny, I'm not a crowd person. I'm actually super introverted, which is nobody believes me no one believes me when I say I'm introverted, and they're like, yeah, but you do podcasts, you idiot. So that's why I do podcasts. So I'm like, coming to an event like this, I'm probably half asleep by the time I get home. But she has been a massive support to the family. And you're related. No, friends. And you know,
My mom.
hi. Another Vicky. There's a lot of Vickies and Sarahs. Oh, you're on camera everywhere you go, bud. There's cameras. See? Yeah, but this one gets me paid. I mean, never mind. This is your daughter. This is your daughter? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say granddaughter, because she doesn't look old enough to be your daughter.
Right. I agree.
So how long have you known the family then?
My son was actually friends with Blayke in kindergarten.
Wow, so 13 years. So how did it hit you when you found out? And how did it? No, it's fine. I cried a couple of times. So.
It was traumatizing.
Yeah. How'd your son do with that?
Not good. He was very angry for a while.
You have a daughter? Oh, okay, because there's somebody else who's here whose brother was one of Blayke's best friends. She knew Blayke as well, and so I didn't know if maybe. We've had some conversations a little bit about how people's mindsets have kind of changed through all of this. About you've seen my hashtag Back the Blue until it happens to you. Has that resonated with you a little bit since all of this? Yeah. Don't worry, nobody's paying attention. You're over there going, stop putting the camera on me. This is why I do what I do. It's not just, Blayke is a huge part of it, Bailey is a huge part of it, Trish is a huge part of it, Braxton, and they're all a huge part of it. But a huge part of why I do what I do are people like you, Sarah. Because when people like you wake up and become aware, like, we've got a problem, you have to have some place to go. And I know that hasn't been easy for you because of some of the messages that we've exchanged. Like, what do we do? How do we do that? So, you're not going away, are you? You're going to keep pushing this out, aren't you? So,
You know what I mean? So she could.
if you could say anything to Trooper Ryan Moser, who is now back on the job after getting paid to be off the job, after getting paid to almost kill everybody.
Okay, perfect. And then
What would you say? You can use whatever word you want to use. What would you say to the Minnesota State Patrol Colonel Christine Magovich and to Trooper Ryan Moser right now? Be honest. You've seen me. I don't hold back, so you can't possibly be worse than me. What was that?
I took mine off already.
Yeah.
I took my second grade band.
There. See, I knew there was a reason we were sticking around. Now put that in less pissed off man language. Because you've heard me. You know how mad I am. So, what would you say to him?
I just don't know how we can still work. honestly.
I don't know how he lives with himself. So
Yeah.
I said earlier I did a live in front of the sheriff's office talking about Brock, and then I did a live from the scene of the accident. And I said I don't want anything physically bad to happen to him, but I want him to never want to work in law enforcement ever again, because he shouldn't. He should never get another day's sleep. And knowing that he got away with it. So that's so cool. Thank you for saying hi.
Yeah.
So make sure you stay in touch. I've got 3 hours drive ahead of me. So
Well, thank you so much
thanks
for making
for
the journey.
speaking your mind. I seriously appreciate that. I didn't.
All I really want you to do is admit you were wrong.
You hear that, Ryan Moser? He wants just admit it.
Yeah, and people would feel 100% better.
The longer it drags out without them admitting it, the worse it looks.
The worse it looks, and the worse it looks for the state patrol.
And even the sheriff's office.
Yes, and the sheriff's office.
Thank you.
You bet.
Sarah can help you find me, but this is who I am.
Yep. Thanks. Yeah, I watched it. She sent it to my wife.
She says that's awesome. So thanks for watching. So you can share those with people if you want. So Sarah, it was a pleasure meeting you today.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm nothing. We're gonna find bigger places to take this story. So you guys take care. So for those that are watching and don't know what's going on, I saw somebody asking the question earlier, is Blayke the one that was chased? Like, he wasn't chased. He was actually responding to, or not responding, coming home, as you heard, from prom preparations, and where he met his girlfriend, and his girlfriend, Kaylee, her dad spoke with me. They were on their way home when they T-boned the wrong way driver, and the wrong way driver, they got out to check on the wrong way driver, and that's when the trooper was doing 120 plus miles an hour and made full impact with Blayke and his vehicle. He threw Blayke through the air, shattered his legs, and paralyzed him from the neck down. So he's, all intents and purposes, he is a quadriplegic. So, and then after months, literally months, almost 5 months worth of investigation and decision making, they decided to not charge the trooper, even though he was clearly in violation of Minnesota state law. So the Minnesota state statute 169.17 says that officers have to drive with due care for public well-being, and 120 plus miles an hour is not due care. And Trooper Moser should be in prison right now. Blayke shouldn't be in a wheelchair. Blayke shouldn't be paralyzed, but he is. And the trooper got paid for being on leave for the whole process, and ultimately got off the hook. And the wrong way driver died while they were waiting for this process to finish. And in waiting for the process to finish, when they announced that they weren't going to charge the trooper, they smeared the wrong way driver. They just ran his name through the mud with their charging documents and in the media, and made him out to be just a terrible, terrible, terrible person. And really, the terrible person in this situation is the trooper. It wasn't the wrong way driver. So we have multiple victims, and it's my contention that Trooper Moser is directly responsible for the death of Dale. And I cannot say it enough. Memorize the hashtag #BackToBlue until it happens to you, because that's the reality. People never wake up to the corruption that is taking place in the law enforcement world until something happens where they don't see justice. And that's That's what happened here. Can't the family decide to have an investigation in a different county than Sherburne County where the accident happened? Well, no, family can't. Minnesota law doesn't allow families to do their own criminal investigations. They can do civil action, but under the circumstances, civil action's even going to be an uphill climb for them because the Dakota County Attorney's Office exonerated the trooper. Bob exonerated him and laid it all on the wrong way driver, even though the two incidents were unconnected. And their argument was had the wrong way driver not been driving the wrong way, there wouldn't have been an accident for the trooper to experience. The problem with that is like I said, Minnesota State Statute 169.17 makes it clear that emergency vehicles responding to emergencies can do so at a high rate of speed, but they have to drive with due care, and Trooper Moser wasn't doing that. But between the months and months and months and months of investigation by Sheriff Dale Brott and his delays there, and there again, just remember, he announced the night of the accident that the trooper wasn't at fault and he couldn't avoid the accident. So we're left with the fact that the sheriff basically concluded the investigation before it ever started, which is going to make a civil lawsuit very difficult on top of the bills that they are left with now. So it's tough, but yeah. So I promised I was going to do a live from the event, and now I'm going to head home because I am going to be hungry. I had a tiny little bit of pulled pork, and I had a drink. But I'm going to head home. It's a 3.5 hour drive, and I want to get home and make myself something to eat. Well, so Sherburne County Sheriff Brott turned the case over to Sherburne County Attorney's Office, and it was after the Sherburne County Attorney's Office had the case for almost 3 weeks, I think it was. They go, oh, we have a conflict of interest here because of Trooper Moser's status with the county at one time. Then they turned it over to Dakota County, and then Dakota County sat on it and waited and conveniently released their charging decisions after the wrong way driver died. And then they immediately smeared the wrong way driver, blaming him for all of it. And yeah, that's disgusting, and it's wrong. So, but yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here. We've done enough streaming today. I'm exhausted, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna be doing some Vet Nation stuff tomorrow in the late afternoon. And I want to go. I want to make it home, and I want to make it home in one piece. So I appreciate everybody watching, and hit that thumbs up and share it out. You guys be well.